Chris Scott, 15th year of coaching, a premiership in his first year, a second premiership in 2022, and pole position right now to go number 3.
Damo, they are my clear favourite now to go on and win this AFL Premiership in 2025, and it comes to my Crypto.com bold call about Chris Scott, and I think he'll go down as arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time by the end of this year, and then he's got, I think, another 4 or 5 years if he wants it at Geelong. So I want to go and take you through why I think he's one of the master tacticians, and that's what it centres around, the tactical nous of Chris Scott. And there was a 4-goal period at the end of the second quarter, before the reign of chaos, where he flipped this game on its head through tactical nous. So let's take you through what went on and where he flips the magnets. There he is, the genius. Many coaches are called geniuses, but here is, so Jeremy Cameron. So Darcy Gardner went to him after he killed Leicester. And then De Koning, he's a centre-half back. He put De Koning in the ruck, moved Cameron up to the place. So I just want to show you how he spun the magnets to change the game. So let's not forget De Koning was centre-half back most of the night. Jeremy Cameron was flying in the forward line. Manor turned the game, but who bobs up and kicks the goal? So 3 points in it. There is De Koning. Next centre bounce, De Koning's back in the back line. Blixarves is in the ruck. We see Dempsey on the wing, Damo. And this play plays out. And you see that Dempsey's involved. Manor's up there again. Bowes ends up kicking a great goal here. So that's just the next goal. So the next centre bounce. Dempsey's now forward. Cameron's on the wing. And so watch how this all plays out. So this was just a 4-goal burst in about 4 or 5 minutes, where Brisbane and Chris Fagan must be asking himself, what's going on here? How do I stop this? So Jeremy Cameron's now a wingman. Dempsey has flipped forward. So you look at the two, we're about to pause it soon, and 2's in the page. You've got Cameron and you've got Dempsey, and all the Brisbane lines, you could see the chaos. They didn't know what was going on. Chris Scott has the ability, and you can't just do this on the day. You have to have trained for a lot of this. So here he is. Dempsey's the best at it. A lot of players saying, is he a wingman? Is he a forward? Where's Jeremy Cameron? Is he a wingman, a forward? Look who spits out. So then we get to the next centre bounce. So this is 4-goal burst. They are trying to free up Hugh McCluggage. So how do we get McCluggage into the game? But Geelong were good enough all night, so they tried, let's spit him as a forward. Mullen went with him. You got Tom Stewart and De Koning behind the ball, who we highlighted, Damo. So Mullen just went with him everywhere, and they adjusted the magnets all night to ensure Mullen stayed with Hugh McCluggage. So we put there, so then slowly it flipped it all out, where Brisbane players didn't know what they're doing. Here the two are who are free, Tom Stewart and obviously De Koning.
And Stewart was free to begin that whole passage of play because of the flipping of the magnets. We saw Paddy Dangerfield in the centre of the ground there, Lloyd. It wasn't a role that he had a lot of during the year, but he started in that part of the ground in this game. Again, there's levers that he's got to pull and that he's planned to be able to pull in September.
And Lawson Humphries was the other one who's been a magnificent half-back. He spent a lot of time on the wing. So I just thought they just did not miss a beat with the amount going on. And as I said, every coach you hear on radio says the hardest coach to come up against is Chris Scott, and he's coaching with a full healthy list at the moment.